this last weekend, you went on a hiking adventure and you ended up stranded.
I did. Dude, I felt the rocks slip under my feet, the shells slip under my feet, and I start sliding.
These are not just pretty little hills.
Hikes, right?
They are all-day hikes. They're grueling.
This is the closest to death I've ever been. And as I'm falling, I feel my shoulder pop out. When we asked like how we could repay them, they said, no price. Like, just pay it forward. Howdy ho and a yo ho ho. Welcome to our podcast show. Welcome to the No Shenanigans podcast, where we talk all about the shenanigans of our life.
Now, today's topic, we're going to talk about how Alex was saved by search and rescue. But before we dive into that, we have the Wheel of Pain and Regret.
The Wheel of Pain and Regret is a treasure. It is an enigma. It is something we value, we cherish, and slightly even worship. This wheel right here, it will have things, unspeakable things that we must do. And we need each of you to participate in order for us to do those unspeakable things.
If we hit 100 followers on YouTube, then we will spin the Wheel of Pain and Regret.
So please follow, share, like, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Spotify, bro, Club Penguin. Let's make this
all
happen.
of the good things, people. Comment what you want on the Wheel of Pain and Regret. What will be our punishments? You decide.
So with that in mind, we're going to move to our next segment.
Question of the day. Doobie-doobie-doo.
Today's question is going to be a very important question, and we actually have a special guest that we met about 20 minutes ago who will be joining us in another cut and segment of today's podcast.
Let's hit it.
All right, friends of the No Shenanigan podcast. Today we are here with our dear friend who we have met about 20 minutes ago, the one and only Maxine from Elite Piano and Safe Movers. Welcome, Maxine. Give him a round of applause, everyone.
What is the heaviest item you have moved in your piano and safe moving career?
Oh boy, I've moved a lot of pianos and gun safes. Let's see. I think a pizza oven. I've moved a pizza oven one time. We craned that thing and over a house.
You craned a pizza oven over a house.
Whole house.
How big was this pizza oven?
About 15,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Not like the little pizza oven our dad has.
Dude, that's nuts. Dude must really like his pizza, man.
Yep.
Was it like for a business or just some dude really like pizza?
Grandma bought it for him for $45,000 and it arrived about 3 months later, and then we installed it.
What's the craziest injury you've seen while moving things?
You know, it's crazy because I've been doing this for 12 years and I have never had an injury.
That's wild.
I've heard of other companies, but not here.
Bro, I injure my back when I lift my backpack up. I don't know what you're doing.
And we're going to talk about injuries here real soon. What is your advice and word of the wise when it comes to moving heavy things?
Don't let the elders quorum do it. Don't ever let the elders quorum do it. Trust Elite Piano and Safe Movers.
That's comedy gold right there, dude. I don't know how many times I've been to Elders Corn Moves, and I just, like, have no idea what to do. And next thing you know, like, the 50-year-old guy pulls his back out, and the 12-year-old kid who's with his dad, like, somehow injures his leg, you know, like.
But you've shown up before, and you don't want to move the piano or safe, right?
No.
They've told you, hey, we're going to move a piano right now. You said, oh, no, right?
I was like, no, man, get me out of here.
And we've just seen him move. How many pound safe was that?
This one was 980.
980 pounds. That is insane. We just saw him move this. And the coolest thing is he brought all the right material. He had these boards so that didn't leave marks in the grass as he brought over. And like it was all about safety and keeping the furniture safe. The Elders Quorum would not do that.
No, absolutely not. I can guarantee you that.
Nah, that would not have ended well.
Don't ask your local congregation to move your stuff. Call this guy. Thank you so much, Maxime. It's been an honor having you on the No Shenanigan podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And shout out to Elite Piano and Safe Moving Company. You ever need your piano moved? You ever need your safe moved? Ever need your pizza oven moved? Call this guy. He's your man. Dude, that is so freaking cool. that he came and joined us today. Literally, like, this dude is just moving a safe. Man's just moving a safe at our parents' house.
We come to use the studio where we're all prepared. We're doing our podcast, and we see him and his 4 friends moving a safe. This 908-pound safe.
And this absolute gamer right here is just like, he sees man, and he's like, my opportunity has
Hello,
come.
friends. Would you like to be a part of our podcast?
Hey, so make sure you go, like, hit those guys up if you need a safe move. Because my man, he was real. They were real ones.
Search and rescue. Any precursors before we dive into that, Alex?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, let's just jump right into it. Yeah.
Shout out to Justin Bieber. I don't know why I'm giving you a shout out, but you know, I like the song Baby, Baby, Baby All Night.
I was like, baby.
Yeah,
baby.
yep.
Okay, you know what? Justin Bieber song is actually a banger, though.
Huh.
Never Say Never.
Oh,
With that one kid from Karate Kid.
Oh, the Smith kid.
Yeah, because he's bigger than me, he's stronger than me, he's older than me and taller than me, and his arms might be longer than me, but he ain't on a JB song with me. Yeah.
Now that's rap right there. They don't do it like they used to.
Bro, they don't
Karate
write
Kid,
music like they used to, man.
I-
They don't do it like they used to. They don't do it.
They don't do it. Okay. So this last weekend, you went on a hiking adventure and you ended up stranded.
I did. So, for a little bit of context, a little bit of background, me and a couple of my buddies have been absolutely determined to hike what we call the 7 Wasatch Peaks in Utah. It's the 7 tallest mountains in the Wasatch Mountain Range. And each of them are like big, like,
These are not just
Big
pretty
boy
little
all-day
hills.
hikes,
They
right?
are all-day hikes. They're grueling. They take time and preparation each one.
this is the closest to death I've ever
And
been.
just so you all know, I have not gotten the full story from Alex yet. I know bits and details. And so this is my first time as his brother learning how search and rescue got called on him.
Yeah. So this is a new story for Tim. I've told this story too many times, but it's important to me, so I'm going to keep sharing it. So in our hike, Tim, you see the 7 peaks. We've already done 5 of them. So the first peak, Maple Mountain, took us 9-10 hours in the snow. Brutal. Got through it. And then we did Loafer and Shenanigans Peak in one day.
Hold up. We need to talk a bit more about how he's been going about these hikes. Tell a bit more about Maple Mountain. You were the first one to summit
Yeah,
this
so at
year.
the top they have like a sheet with all the people you see that summit it. We were number 1, first one this season to get to the top of the mountain, and it was ridiculous. There was like 7 or 8 feet of snow. We were just tromping through the snow the whole time.
Were you in shorts for that?
I wasn't, but my roommate was.
Oh,
Yeah, it was brutal, dude. It was
That's
absolutely
nasty.
brutal. But here's the thing: is it's worth it, man. These big hikes are worth it to me, right? As long as they're safe, it's worth it. This last hike was not worth it.
you like to push that edge just a little bit.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what we're doing, man.
So rattle it off for me. You have Maple Mountain completed, summited.
Yeah, Maple Mountain,
Boom,
boom. Loafer and Shenanigans Peak,
boom.
hike number 3, we did Nebo, Mount Nebo. Wasn't that bad. That one was super chill, actually. Boom.
Nebo is beautiful. Boom.
Number 4, we did Lone Peak, which is actually the longest and tallest of the hikes we did. And that one was difficult, but doable. Boom.
Boom.
And then this past weekend, we were like, well, what if we hit 2 birds with 1 stone?
And so you aren't no novice. You've hiked enough peaks.
Yeah. So we found a trail, loops 19 miles, starts in Provo Canyon, goes to the top
Where
of the
you
first
could
peak.
become part of the Olivia Rodrigo fan club.
Yes, this is the same canyon, guys. The Olivia
Same
Rodrigo
canyon.
fan club calls you. So to join the Olivia Rodrigo fan club, you go down this canyon, you drive down this road. If you keep driving, then you can get to a death trail. Actually, don't hike this trail. We found a trail on all terrains or all trails, 19 miles, 2 reviews, 1 5-star, 1 1-star.
That's a gamble if I've
Seems
heard
promising
one.
to me, right? So this part of the story, I don't think I've really told this to too many people, but Jeff and I, my roommate, were the only ones.
Your hiking buddy.
my hiking buddy.
You always hike in pairs. Well, hopefully more than pairs.
Yeah, normally we have a group of us, but this one, most people chicken out. They didn't want to do 2 in one day, but we wanted to do a 19-mile loop, climb both of these peaks, you know. And this isn't just 19 miles walking. We're talking like climbing. Like probably class 3, class 4 climbing most of the times. Sections were class 5. Like it was sketchy, right? But anyways, the night before the climb, we went to bed around 11:30 or so. But we actually had this idea that I'm really glad we didn't do. We're like, look, if we start hiking now, we'd probably get off the mountain like before like 5 or 6 p.m. We just hiked through the night, get no sleep. So we were like actually convinced in doing this for a while. We were asking around for headlamps.
I hear you had a few forewarnings, a few things that hinted this hike wasn't going to go as you expected it would go.
I mean, we got some weird feelings, some weird vibes. People, no one had hiked this trail. I didn't know anyone who's done it. And just a lot of people were asking us to be really careful. And we're not really sure why. Because, like, up to this point, we've been pretty careful. Like, we felt good. But
And you were having bad dreams about this, too.
I did. I had dreams that my roommate was dying on the mountain. So, probably should have been a bad omen.
Listen to the omens.
No, seriously. This whole thing is a lesson in exercise and listening to your heart and to what's right. So, make sure you do that. We were going to hike through the night. Decided not to. Decided we'd skip 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, no, for real.
We wouldn't have our co-host if he hiked through that night.
No, seriously. And this is how the hike started. Started at 4:30 in the morning with our phone flashlights, and it ended at probably 11:45 p.m. with the headlamps of the search and rescue of Utah Valley.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're on the trail and you're hiking. And it's going pretty great at first, right?
Yeah, so, I mean, we start the hike. Actually kind of weird. When we started the hike, there's just like this camp site right in front of the trail. And there's like this couple like on an air mattress, like literally right in front of the trail.
Someone was having a good night.
I guess so. They just wanted to camp like out in the stars, not even like in a tent, just in an air mattress, right? So we just walk around these guys, right?
Were they asleep?
Yeah, I mean, they were just sleeping. We just walked right around them. We walk around these people, right? And we start hiking up. It starts with just a scramble up some rocks, right? Just going straight up.
What's a scramble?
So scramble is just big old rocks, right? Big old rocks. And it's pretty straight up. I mean, it's shell.
And how you like your eggs.
Yeah. Eventually it gets to a point where it's like pretty loose rock. You take 3 steps and fall down 2 steps,
Yeah. It's dangerous climbing.
Pretty dangerous, but nothing too bad, right?
Yeah.
We actually get to the top of the first peak by 8 a.m. So
that's real early. You started what, 4 a.m.?
Started 4:30.
4:30.
So not bad timing, right? We're feeling pretty good about ourselves. We're like, takes that amount of time to get to the next peak, then we'll be down, before 6 or 7 p.m., right? No problem. So we keep hiking. And for the rest of the hike, the trail isn't a trail. There's no trail at all. Literally just no trail. The trail is follow the ridgeline of the mountain.
He's just trailblazing up here.
And miles and miles, right? And you're just standing on top of this cliff, and on either side is just sheer death. Like, just...
We're not talking Little Falls either. If you took a tumble off of that, it would be 1,000 feet minimum.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was crazy. And I mean, you look out the right side, you see all of the valley, and you see all the houses and stuff. You look at the left side, and just nothing. Like, complete wilderness, right? So me and my roommate, we trek on. We're going to get through this, right? And we keep going, and we just keep going. And it's just exhausting, man. We're just going so slow because it's like, it's not like you can run up this. It's not like you can go fast, Like, I mean, normally, we can cook through 3-4 miles an hour just on a normal trail. But, like, on this trail, man, it's like you're lucky if you're getting, a mile an hour.
And the ridge line, it is up and down and up and down. It's not just a straight shot to the next peak. It's jagged all the way through. Jagged is the word.
No, for sure. I mean, we probably summited 7 or 8 mountains,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just keep hiking forever, man. Just forever. And it's just up and down and almost falling. Jeff almost fell a couple times. I almost fell a couple times.
What's your thoughts as you're going through, as the time started clicking later and later in the afternoon?
Oh, dude. I wanted some Raising Cane's.
Raising
That's what
Cane's.
I was thinking the whole time, man.
Not sponsored, but endorsed.
Dude, Raising Cane's is good, man. What's your favorite chicken place, Tim?
Ooh, I like Popeyes.
Popeyes? That's a hot take.
That's a hot take for another day. Okay, so
I wanted Raising Cane's, man. I mean, we're tired and exhausted.
Were
and-
you out of water at this point?
No, we weren't out of water, but we're just moving, and you know that feeling where you're just like, oh, this is taking so long, and like I feel like we should be moving faster. It's just kind of that feeling, you know.
And knowing you have to turn around and walk all the way back to the car.
Well, that's the thing is we're not actually turning around. This is a loop.
Oh, okay.
So this is like a 19-mile loop, right? So the further we get in, the further we are both ways, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you just turn around and at any point and be like, you know what, let's call it there, right? I mean, you got to go all the way through or you got to turn around, right? So we get to the middle of this trail. We get 9 or 10 miles in. And by this point, we'd summited 4 or 5 peaks, right? Like we gone up and down a ridgeline. We got to the top of Freedom Peak. We got to the top of like the north side of another of what's called Provo Peak. That was our goal, but we needed to get to the south side, right? And I mean, we're probably
And most of this was unplanned.
yeah. I mean, we didn't.
You
realize it
didn't
yet.
have a trail.
Yeah. I mean, by the time we get to the top of Freedom Peak, and by the time we're about 10 miles in, it's getting late. It's starting to get later, right? We're getting to 3 or 4 p.m., right?
After starting at 4 a.m.
Yeah. So, dude, we're exhausted. We're tired. There's no way out, right? You either got to turn around and walk the 10 miles back, or you got to keep going and walk the 10 miles forward. And Jeff and I got to this decision. We're like, okay, option 1, we keep climbing this thing and it sucks, and we probably get out of here 2 or 3 in the morning, right? Option 2, we turn around and it equally sucks, right? And we don't even get to bag the mountain. So why do option 2, right?
Yeah.
Option 3, we are on this cliff, right? And we found kind of just like, if we could just kind of rock climb down the face of the mountain, you know, and just like try to get to a trail way out in the distance, then maybe we can just like call for help. You know,
Yeah.
get out of there. And option 4, we're like, bro, we're in trouble, honestly. Like, do we call for help? Like, what do we do, right?
And you only seen 2 other people on the trail.
Yeah, and that was probably
After
hours
hiking
ago.
for 12 hours.
That was hours ago. That's back when we were on the trail, back on Cascade Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, we're desperate, right? So, option 3 seemed like the best option. Keep in mind, Jeff's phone was dead, completely dead. My phone's at 20%. So, I mean, whatever we do, we got to do it quick, because if our phones are dead and we're not on a trail, that's a problem, right? So, we decide we're going to go straight down the face of the mountain. Option 3. So we start climbing down the west face of the mountain, and I mean, it's like we're like grabbing branches and sliding down, like holding on to each other and like gripping into the walls. Our hands are just covered with thorns and blood. Like our knees are just covered in blood. It was brutal, dude. I mean, for about the next hour, we're just brutally trying to go down the face of the mountain, try to get to the valley, get to the trail, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like, my roommate Jeff, I'm pretty sure that man is like the guy from the Free Solo documentary. Like, he does not feel fear. Dude does not feel adrenaline. I don't get it. He's insane. But this is the first time I think I've ever seen him actually afraid.
That's wild.
Like, I've never seen Jeff afraid.
And as a precursor, like, Alex's guardian angel works double time with the amount of crazy adventures he's been on.
I think
Jeff's
that
worked
goes for both
triple
of us.
time.
Oh, Jeff works quadruple time, man. Dude, that dude just goes in the mountains alone every day. He's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we keep going down this cliff, man, and we're just like, if we can just get down, get on a trail, walk out until it gets to a road, and then call for help. Hopefully, our phone doesn't die by that point, right? And if it does, like, hopefully we run into someone, you know. We get to the point down this face of the cliff that there's no way down. I mean, you can't even rock climb down it. I mean, we're talking just straight
Sheer cliff.
sheer cliff down, right? And we thought we'd find a way out. We couldn't. So all
How
of
far of
sudden,
a drop?
Probably standing 200, 300 foot drop.
And so you'd have to scramble up the side of a face of a cliff, or you chance trying to rock climb down a 300-foot drop.
Yeah. Or we sit there and ask for help. And we decided to scramble back up.
Oh.
So this whole west face of the mountain, right? We spent an entire probably hour and a half trying to get down. We're stuck. We have to scramble back up. Oh, and the scramble back up was just as bad as the scramble down. And we were, at this point, I was saying words I have never said in my life before.
Ooh.
And I mean, Jeff
Now,
was,
he ain't a cusser, but
I'm
when
not.
he cusses, it's something to behold.
Dude, we were angry, man. It was frustrating. I think the biggest problem is at this point, like when we started, man, I mean, not to get like spiritual, but like we were praying, man. We were praying for help. Like, and we felt like, this is the only option we have. And, we thought like, okay, God wants us to go down this mountain like that, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we did. We trusted that feeling to go down, and that feeling eventually took us down a wrong path, right? And so I think there was just like this feeling of like, why would this happen? Why would God let this happen, man? Like, why would we get stuck on this cliff like that, right? And I don't fully know the answer, but I'm alive, so I'm grateful for that.
And maybe if you had, you wouldn't be here.
That's true. That's actually really true.
So you're on just the edge of a very tricky situation. You're scrambling up. What happens?
All right, so at this point, Jeff's phone's dead. My phone's pretty low. We look at the trail map, and we see that there's a trail for Freedom Peak, probably about 4 miles away. But that trail would require us to re-scramble up the mountain, so we have to reclimb, and then we have to go back down the east side. So we have to do the same thing we did on the west side, on the east side, completely other side of the mountain.
You flipped the wrong side of the coin.
We really did, honestly. And so we're like, well, screw it. It's our only option, right? Our only option is to try to get on this trail, try to get some help, right? So we scramble back up, and I mean, honestly, it's a miracle we didn't trip at this point. Like, it was a complete miracle that we're, at this point, not, for the most part, not harmed. I mean, we were covered in scratches and bruises, but yeah.
How's your food supply and water at this point?
I'm out of water. Jeff has a little bit. Food, honestly, we packed a lot of snacks, so we were all right with food. It was just nothing sustainable,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 sips of water left.
Yeah, not a lot of water. I mean, maybe
Pull out the rations,
one
boys.
of us, we had 1 water bottle, yeah.
Wow.
So we get back up the mountain, and we go up the east face. We're just going to go down this east face, right? And at this point, it's another like really steep shell wall. It's a really, really steep shell wall. And we're like, if we can just kind of bum slide down this, or just like, do what we can to get down to the trail that you could see. You can see a trail probably about a mile down, right?
Yeah.
Like way out in the distance, you can see a trail. And so Jeff and I start trying to go down this trail. And dude, I feel the rock slip under my feet, the shell slip under my feet, and I start sliding. I mean, I just sliding on my butt.
And not the cool
No
Legend
control.
of Zelda shield surfing. This
Not
is...
shield surfing. I would have died for a paraglider in this moment, dude. Anyways, I go to grab a branch with my right hand, and as I'm falling, I feel my shoulder pop out. Just completely pop out of the socket, right?
Did you get hold of the branch?
I did. I grabbed the branch.
Okay.
But then my shoulder pops out, and I start falling again. And Jeff grabs me. He's below me. And he grabs that arm. And at this point, I know, like, my arm's screwed. Like,
So
we're in trouble.
it pulled out of socket.
Yeah.
And it pulled even worse. You didn't know that at the time. You think you might have had a broken shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't really know what it was. All I knew was I couldn't climb with
Extreme
it.
pain, and you couldn't move it.
Yeah. Turns out, like, got an MRI, tore my labrum, pulled my shoulder out. Good amount of pain, but we're here, and we made it down. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Whoop.
A little too late there.
So we're stuck on the ledge, right? And at this point, I don't have right hand motion my right arm, right? We're like
That's
holding
your
onto a
dominant
branch.
hand.
Yeah, we're holding on to branches basically. Like, I mean, we're talking like 70-degree angle, trying to like, hold
Shimmy
on to,
back
shimmy
up.
back up as much as we can. We can't even shimmy. We're just stuck on holding on to branches, right? And at this point, we decided, hey, we got to call this, man. Like, we're in trouble. We're in real trouble.
So you pushed the limit as far as you freaking could, and then you're calling for help.
Yeah.
Okay, what was that experience like?
Dude, it was embarrassing. It was real embarrassing. Like, honestly, it felt like we had failed. We were tired and exhausted. It was, even after pushing all this limit, it felt wrong. It felt like we couldn't quit, We're not quitters, but...
And your experience, you've hiked how many peaks in just this year, and all growing up, you've you've been taught how to survive on the mountain.
Yeah, man. I mean, even experienced hikers have stuff like this happen. So you gotta be
So it was
careful.
a call of shame initially.
Yeah, it really was.
Tell
Um,
about the experience. How long did you wait?
Yeah, so we called him probably about 5:30 p.m., 6 p.m. at this point. Text my brother Matthew. He gives me some advice about popping my shoulder, and I should have listened to him, honestly. But I was just like in shock, kind of panicking.
Yeah. Stuck on the middle of a cliff face. No way up, no way down. Calling and having to rely on search and rescue. That's a tough pinch to be in.
Yeah, dude. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Anyways, dude, we search and rescue comes about 2.5 hours later, which, if you put this into context, our car at this point is probably about 8 or 9 miles away. The closest road's probably about 3 miles away. So they drove in, and then they rode dirt bikes for like a mile or two until they couldn't ride dirt bikes anymore on the trail. And then they ran in, and then they saw us up the cliff, and we saw
How
all
long
these
did that take from
2.5 hours from
two
the
and
time
a
we
half
called,
hours?
which is insane, dude. Like,
That's
those guys
crazy.
are crazy.
That's absolutely
That's
insane.
so fast. Like, logistically, we're going to be stuck up here for the next 6 hours. I mean, I don't know how they're going to get it to us,
What did you do during that 2-hour wait period?
We played I Spy.
I spy. You're just in a life perilous situation and waiting for people to come save you. And the first thing you do, I spy with my little eye. Something blue.
That's literally what we did.
That's great.
We also played Kiss Kill Mary.
Oh, and any crazy takes there?
Like the me's, guest E, guest F, guest G. We had a really good conversation about that.
Yeah, like the Wii Me.
Yeah, like from the Wii. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
put
like,
that up on the screen.
I'm Team Guesty,
Team Guesty.
Mary Guesty. Anyways,
Okay, back to the heavy. Search and rescue, they see you.
yeah, they see us. And they're way down the cliff. I've got a speaker in my backpack, so we start blasting music so they can hear us. Jeff goes out and tries to wave a stick, right? Like, he's like holding on with one hand.
So
and waving
you
a
see
stick.
them first.
Yeah, we see them down there. They don't see us.
Uh-huh.
But they see Jeff's stick out in the distance,
Oh,
and they hear our
good.
music, right? They're like, hey, we found him over here.
Speaker, good investment at that point.
Dude, shout out JBL.
JBL.
Not sponsored, but
Not
endorsed.
sponsored, but endorsed.
So, yeah, I mean, these guys, like, there were 13, 14 of them, right? Some of them came early. There's probably 2 or 3 that came running in. The rest came later. And they ran up the cliff until they had to climb. And then they roped in, climbed up the cliff.
Were they geared up, like, in uniform, or?
Yeah, they all had uniforms. They had hard helmets. They had, like
Bright orange or red, or?
no, they had red shirts, right? Search and rescue uniforms
Yeah.
on.
How was their scramble up to you?
Dude, they were all like heavy breathing, and it was kind of awkward just standing there watching these guys just like.
And these are tough men.
Yeah, no, it was a brutal scramble. It would have been brutal for us to go up.
Yeah.
Too.
Think of going down that.
Yeah. But anyways, they get to us, right? And the first thing they do is they find a big rock, and they like harness me into one of the guys, and they carry me over to the rock, and they pop my shoulder back into place.
Dang.
Like, one of the guys,
That's hardcore.
I know, legit, dude. Like, you could hear the pop, and they have a video of it too. It's like,
Oh, we
actually
gotta
sick.
get that.
I didn't ask him for the video because they have it. Like,
That's sick.
yeah. But they popped my shoulder back into place.
And you were bruised and bloody at this
Oh,
point
yeah,
too.
just covered
Like
in
you
blood.
had cuts all over trying to get around those trees.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, dude.
Yeah.
The dude who helped me, his name was Scott, and he might be the coolest person I've met in my life.
Shout out to Scott.
He's worked as an EMT doctor, and then he was a nursing professor for BYU, Brigham Young University, and he just did this all volunteer work. Like, every single one of these guys were just volunteers, these search and rescue guys, 14 of them. On 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday, randomly get a call and just decide to leave whatever they have going on, their lives, their parties, their lives, to just go and
That's
save
incredible.
people, man.
And initially they were going to try to lifeline you, right?
Well, no, there wasn't really a way they could have. I mean, there wasn't
Okay.
really a way you could land the helicopter.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have landed it below the hill and then try to like walk up.
Shimmy up to you.
But at that point, it's like, why do
Okay.
that? You know?
So all of these volunteers, they get a call, and that means they go and rescue.
Yeah.
And so they put on their hard hats, they put on their red shirts, and they go and they find you.
Yeah.
Within 2 hours, some of them live 30 minutes away from the main trailhead. And so 30 minutes of that, and then an hour and a half, going through the forest on their bikes, on their vehicles, and coming to rescue you.
Yeah, dude. It was actually incredible. It was like there was so much aura exuded by these guys.
Like the coolest bunch of people you've seen.
For
you
real.
saw it and you're like, these guys
Mhm.
are it.
Well, honestly, I'm going to say this, and we can keep it or cut it. But, I mean, I'm real religious, right? I believe in God. I believe in the Savior. And to me, I mean, these guys were a direct analogy of what Jesus Christ could be, right?
Yeah.
Like, we had been hiking and stranded alone for hours, just without a trail, lost, no food, no water, covered in bruises and cuts, right? Stuck on the mountain, no way down. And no matter how much we denied it, we knew that at some point we'd have to call these guys. But we just were embarrassed. We were ashamed. We didn't want to do that, right? But at the end of the day, like, we had to. And we did. And these guys, they dropped everything to rush to us. And they came up the mountain, they grabbed us, they carried us down. And they did it. They weren't ashamed of us. They didn't tease us or make fun of us. They were happy we called. They were proud of us for calling, right? And when we asked like how we could repay them, they said, no price. Like, just pay it forward. Just pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty powerful stuff, man.
What
Comments
was
are good.
the journey back like?
Yeah. So after they pulled my shoulder back in place, still a lot of pain, but they wrapped it up, right? My roommate Jeff, he's fine, but he's just kind of in shock and stuff, right? They get us on harnesses. They get a rope. They tie a rope around a tree. They get us around the tree. I'm harnessed into another dude. So me and Scott are just going down the cliff, rappelling, like dual rappelling. And Jeff's rappelling. And we rappel probably, I don't know, half a mile down the cliff until we get to a point where we can walk, right?
That's crazy.
So we rappel with them down the mountain. They all follow us and rappel down. And then we get down to flat ground and they take all our vitals, make sure we're okay. And then from there, like, we just have to walk out still. It's not like we can just,
So you're walking out with search and rescue now.
Yeah. But at this point, our hopes are high, dude. Like, a couple hours ago.
Life changing when you are at the end of a heavy day and you finally see a bit of relief at the end and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
last mile we could be strong. It's either the best mile or the worst mile.
No, for real. And I mean, at this point, it's completely dark. It's like probably 10:30 or so. And I mean, we walk out with them and we're just joking. And these guys are telling us all sorts of crazy stories, man. We're just walking out with the coolest dudes ever, just having a grand old time for like 3 or 4 miles. It's kind of funny. I had to pee so bad, but I was really embarrassed to like stop the whole expedition just to go pee.
Did you need to pee while you were stranded too, or?
No, because I peed while we were stranded.
Oh, good.
I just had to pee again.
Okay. I don't want to think about the logistics of that, but you're making me think about the logistics of that.
It was a little embarrassing, I'll be honest. I don't know how much Jeff saw.
So then you just got off, you vibed, and then you just recently did the MRI. They checked your shoulder. You want to show the little yes you have on your shoulder?
Yeah, it's kind of washed out, but there's a big yes on my shoulder. You can't really see it.
We're very lucky that you're
Yeah.
first alive and second in one piece.
Well, the best part is at the end. It's like 11:30 once we finally get to a dirt road and we get in the ATVs, right? And then after we hop in the ATVs, they're like, "You guys want some pizza?" We're like, "Yeah, we want some pizza, man. I love
They
some
get
pizza."
you pizza?
Yeah, dude. So we just like pulled up to their trailer and they just have a bunch of
Oh.
pizzas in there. We just have a pizza party with these
Let's
dudes.
go. What brand?
Marcos.
Oh, Marcos. That hits good. That hits good.
Not sponsored, but endorsed. So yeah, I mean, after that, ate our pizza. We thought we'd be paying a pretty penny, right? But it was a free service, but it was life-changing. And I mean, I seriously cannot thank them enough. We're going to put their link out here in this video if you want to donate to Utah Valley Search and Rescue. They're legit. They saved my life. So
Please donate.
yeah.
Now, that was a bit of a heavy episode for our Shenanigan podcast.
I know. That was a little less jokes and a lot more death tales.
But that's why we do this, is there's good shenanigans and then there's bad shenanigans. And we got to keep ourselves safe. What would be your final bit of advice for any viewers out there who are up to all these shenanigans?
If you're ever in a pinch, just remember, so was Olivia Rodrigo when they thought that she was copying Taylor Swift. But she was not. She was original. So be original, guys.
But not so original you end up dead at the bottom of a cliff.
Don't be that original.
Don't be that original.
And don't be afraid to call for help.
You can't be original if you're dead.
That's true.
Okay. With that, thank you guys so much for being a part of the No Shenanigan podcast. Remember, if we get 100 subscribers on YouTube, the next episode we will spin the Wheel of Pain
And regret.
Thank you. Remember to subscribe, like, hit all the good buttons, and
Remember one more thing.
one more thing.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You're absolutely beautiful.
Don't.
There's no girl like you out there in the world. Remember that. I'm talking to you individually, whoever's watching this show. You're a baddie. You're radical. And if you're a dude, you're handsome. You're chiseled, man. This is what I'm telling you guys.
Strong.
You're strong. You're
Subscribe.
adequate. And don't forget to go watch K-Pop Demon Hunters. Not sponsored, but
But
endorsed.
endorsed.
You're my soda pop. Pop.